Hi, rooted listeners. We have a good one this week. Today, I want to talk about something that is extremely relatable for athletes who spend time on the bench. And that is being thrown into a game when you are completely cold. My athletes have a name for this. They call them pity minutes. And it's usually those last few seconds or last couple of minutes of a game when the score isn't close anymore and the coach puts some of the bench players in. So many athletes hate these moments, and that's okay. It's reasonable. You're cold, you're stiff, you haven't been moving much, and sometimes it feels embarrassing because you only go in when the team is either way up or way down. But if that's everything you're thinking about when you step onto the court or the field, yeah, it's probably going to be pretty miserable. But there is a better way to approach it, and that's what we're going to be talking about today. I remember this happened to me a couple of times freshman year of college, and I wasn't used to that. In high school, I played every minute, so when I got to college freshman year, there were a few games when I wasn't starting and I got thrown at the end just to get some game time experience, and I hated it. I was cold. I feel like I couldn't swing at anything. I wasn't really mentally invested. I was just worrying about like impressing and playing so good. But then I started to shift my mindset and I started owning those minutes so much better. And then it built up to more playing time, then eventually built up to a starting position. So, first, accept the fact that you are cold because you probably are. Your body hasn't been moving the same way the starters have been for the last hour. So, don't expect yourself to jump in and immediately perform at 100%. Give yourself a little time to work into it. So instead of trying to do everything perfectly right away, focus on the small things first, like staying low on defense, sprinting for loose balls, getting your body warm that way, moving your feet. If you're a volleyball hitter, maybe you start focusing on things like roll shots, being smart, tipping, controlling the ball before trying to swing as hard as you can. That was something that really helped me. So give your body a moment to wake up. Another important piece here is understanding the purpose behind those minutes. They are not pity minutes. Coaches often do this to give you game experience so that when you do go in during a more competitive moment later in the season, it's not the first time you stepped onto the court. But if you spend those precious minutes thinking, I hate this is embarrassing, these minutes don't matter, then the opportunity becomes completely counterproductive. Because instead of practicing how you're going to respond in a real game situation, you're just completely mentally checked out. So you want to treat those minutes at the end like you are in a tight game and you're focused and you're being aggressive and you are competing. And finally, when you go in, when coach throws you in, give yourself just one focus, not 10 things, just one thing. Maybe it's play aggressive defense. Maybe it's bring energy, communicate, win every loose ball. When you have one clear focus, it keeps your mind from drifting into frustration or overthinking. Because the reality is, your moment will probably come unexpectedly. And athletes who can handle those moments well are usually the ones who stay very engaged, even during the minutes that don't feel very important at the time. For more help navigating your role being subbed in, please email me, Georgia at rootedsportspsychcoach.com. Visit my website. Everything's in the show notes. If you have any recommendations also on what you would like to hear in a podcast episode, please leave me a comment or email me. Would love to take in your interest and talk about what you want to learn. Thank you for tuning in another week, you all, and we'll see you next Monday.